Hey guys, it is Erin Wheelock with Luxury Living NYC, and I'm very excited because we're going to take you inside one of the most elite art galleries in Soho, Chase Contemporary. Now, before we go inside, I'm going to ask you to like, subscribe, share this with a friend, show some love for me and all of the artists and art lovers out there. But for now, let's go see Joshua and get a tour of this space. Bye! I'm so excited. This is Joshua Devlevy of Chase Contemporary. Thank you so much for taking the time to chat with us.
Of course, so glad that you're here today.
Yeah, and so first of all, I'm obsessed. This is definitely my kind of art, but I want to know, who are the artists that you bring in here?
Okay, so a lot of the artists that we work with are contemporary artists, young, emerging to mid-career. For instance, we have a Lou Shueisha show up right now, so he's considered mid-career, he's been established, has his auction records. At the same time, we'll work with young emerging artists that we'll discover on our own. Some that come in, they'll be on Instagram, we'll see them, we'll follow them, we'll see that they have a following. A lot of street artists as well, so a lot of them aren't formally trained, so that's where we kind of come in. So
I feel like that's really different than what I hear about a lot in galleries. A lot of times I hear about, like, you already have to be established, you have to have a name for yourself. That's
where it kind of comes in, and that's what makes our gallery a little different than most, is we're working with the artist directly. So as you'll see downstairs, we have artist studios. So as they're doing it, it's an investment. So when they're coming in, we're happy to have young artists, and they're emerging. We're helping them, with practices and the proper techniques to archival nature for the artworks itself.
Cool. So you work with them too?
Yes, we work with them directly. So sometimes they'll be like, I want to build this canvas, and I want to hang it this big, and I want lights on it, and I want it to move this way. So we'll kind of go through it. We have a great team. We all work together, which is great for all of us, because we're artists as well. So it kind of makes it a different experience. And
I know that you have more than just this location. Where else are you guys located?
Yeah, so we had a gallery that was in East Hampton, but we're currently moving that into Bridgehampton. We also work with a gallery that's in Palm Beach, so that's right on there, so that we're kind of expanding to. As with anything, you want to go to many of the other cities, so you kind of look and you're like, oh, Aspen is great, and then Tuckett's great, but that's down the line, because that's when you're moving forward. You kind of see how the seasons go. We were actually in Chelsea before COVID. We decided to come over to here to open up our flagship, because we noticed that there was just kind of wanted to bring Soho back to the arts industry. In the 70s and 80s, it was emerging, rent prices went up, everyone kind of had to move out. But now people are kind of moving back. They enjoy coming to Soho, seeing different art. We work with a lot of street artists, like I said, emerging artists. So some people like to come here because they know that it's just not going to be some blue chip artists, and it gets stuffy. One of the greatest things that we love about being in this space, when people walk in, and just today, people are like, I feel so comfortable. Like, they're like, I feel like I can ask you a question about the art. I can ask a question about the price.
And you're not going to think that I'm an idiot.
Exactly. So many times they're just nervous, or people are like, can I walk in? And we're always, come on in, bring your dogs, bring your family. Even if it's not about them acquiring art and they're just viewing it. For us, it's about the whole experience. And we know that if the experience is good for that one person, it kind of travels along, and everyone else has a great time.
Yeah, and to be honest with you, that's also part of why we really wanted to come and feature you, because I think a lot of our clients, even when they get new places, these big, beautiful lofts down here in Soho, some already know what they want, right?
Yes, they're designers.
But there's so many that don't, and it's so great to have a place to come to like this, where you can feel comfortable, talk through things, learn about it, and not feel like an idiot.
They can discover the art on their own, because a lot of times, like I said, we work with young artists, and it's not high price points, and it's, even though they can spend a lot of money, they're like, oh, I just want to kind of see what I like first. So when you come to here, as you'll see when we explore a little bit more, you have the option to see a wide variety of artists, different styles, from street to high art, some collectible memorabilia stuff, that we have from the old Rolling Stones and different artists that we work with. So people feel, and they feel more empowered. So sometimes they're up here, they feel stuffy. When we bring them downstairs to the art locker, or in different holding rooms we have, people get very excited to kind of see everything, and they're like, can I touch it? Can I move around? We're like, oh yeah, very carefully, but yes. And they find stuff, they explore, or they'll be like, oh, I like this artist. And then we figure out what they want more. So a lot of times people have come in saying, I don't know what I like, but I'll know when I see it. So this kind of gallery gives them that opportunity. So.
And I heard this gallery has a Banksy.
Yes, we do. We have one in the back. It's we have it for public viewing. It was part of the documentary Saving Banksy.
Yeah.
So, as if you're familiar, if you have the time to watch it, it was about the Banksy in San Francisco and doing his whole projects in the street when he goes to places, and then people graffitiing them and taking them and selling them. So this particular documentary is about saving this piece and making sure that it was there for people to see. So it's not for sale. This is meant for public viewing. We want to engage. It's meant for our artists.
Unless you want to buy it for me, then it's for sale, right, Josh?
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, yeah.
We were on
So
the
if you
credit
feel like
card.
it,
Yeah, exactly.
you know,
but it's meant to be
otherwise not for sale.
It's
for
public
anyone else.
art. It's to engage and it gets an audience talking. So
Yeah.
people kind of come in and they start thinking, is that a real Banksy? Next thing you know, we're 20 minutes into a conversation and I finish it saying, and that's the point of it, because now we had this great conversation about art. I gave them a history. I introduced them to other artists that they may or may not like. I can kind of feel what they're feeling, and yeah, they're always very thankful. Like, oh, thank you for the story. It's not always about the sale. That's where it's about building relationships, and that's where we come in. So.
I love that. I love that.
Yeah.
So cool.
Right.
Well, I would love to go downstairs and see the studio. Is that possible?
Oh, definitely. Yeah, we'll take a tour, and we'll see everything.
Okay, so the studio's down here.
Yes, we have the studio space over here.
Please.
Well, let me show you.
Yeah, so this is like an actual studio.
Yes, this is an artist working studio. Right now, we're in the middle of converting from one artist to another. So today,
cool.
yeah, we work with several artists. So Lou Shueisha is just in the middle of moving out.
Wait, and that's who's upstairs?
Yes, that's the show that's upstairs right now.
That's so cool.
So as he's making the paintings, they're drying on the wall. We sold one the night of did his first kind of opening night and a private event for it. And now we have to bring it to the client. Went to go pack it, realized it's still wet. So I have to be careful. So it'll be a special hang because he uses very heavy textures on it. So
yeah.
It looks great.
Oh, that's really cool. So how long are they usually down here working on things?
They'll be depending like a month or two, depending on it. So Shueisha was a little bit different. So he was about a month or a month and a half because I know I went away. Before that, sometimes you have a show. So we'll have an artist, for instance, Cristiano Mangovo. So he's an artist of ours. He's new. He's in Africa. He'll be coming over, speaks Portuguese and French. Well, that's it. But he'll be working in here for a little while. So right now, we've got to catch up on our French.
I was going to say, catch up on that French.
Yeah, parlez-vous français, un petit. But, so yeah, that we'll do. Yeah, exactly. So we'll do that for a little bit. So he'll be there. So he'll be the next. But we also, a lot of artists, as we've been getting going more, are kind of seeing it and they enjoy the fact of working and having a nice relationship with clients that come in.
Yeah.
So being able to work on a wall that's kind of messy. And this is what clients love to see. They're kind of like, wait a minute, this is not just a white box. They kind of see it moving around.
Who did this?
This is the work of Andre Valencia.
Okay.
He's an 11-year-old painting of ours.
An 11-year-old did that. I'm sorry, have you seen me paint anything or draw anything? An 11-year-old can do that. I have no artistic talent.
Yes, he's been painting for I feel since he was 7 with as consistency, and he's kind of developed his voice as he's going. So it's great. Once again, it's great. He comes here to paint, and the great thing is he works with other artists. So he kind of sees their styles and says, oh, I can use an oil stick. Oh, I should use this canvas. I'll use this size, and his voice is developing. So it kind of blew up during Art Basel in 2021 of December, and that's where he's kind of going now. So
okay, thank you so much. The Banksy.
Yes, now we're in front of the Banksy, which if you're familiar with the documentary Saving Banksy, this is the piece that's from it. It was about a piece that was done in San Francisco. Some people call it the Hate Street Rap. Basically, Banksy, when he was doing his works out there, people would put graffiti over them and kind of destroy them. And they have many laws in San Francisco that if there's graffiti on your house, you have to have it covered within a few days because it's landmarked. So if it's a Banksy, the homeowner would get in trouble for Banksy painting their house and would get fined. So that's where it comes into.
That's so messed up.
I won't give away too much about it, so watch the documentary, it's great. Like I said, Saving Banksy, but this piece was saved purposely for that. Once again, this is more for public art and public viewing. It's about engaging a conversation. People kind of come in, they see it. They're like, is that really a Banksy? You know, so most people don't get the chance to see it. Stuff is behind glass.
Yeah.
But like I said, we're a little bit more open. We like the fact that people can come in and see the artwork and
I love it.
Get a story.
Well, this is amazing. Thank you obviously for showing me the Banksy because I love Banksy. I think everybody that knows me knows that. But also thank you so much for showing us the space, telling us about the artists, the amazing studio downstairs. This is absolutely fantastic. And if you would like, I know that Josh would love to give you a tour and help you figure out maybe what your taste in art is, right? And what artists might work for you. So definitely come stop by.
Come visit Chase Contemporary. We'll give you a full tour. 413 and 415 West Broadway between Spring and Prince.
And you said a full tour.
Full tour, yes.
I love it.
Yes.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, I don't know about you, but I had to sit down after that one because I'm just so unbelievably obsessed with Banksy and so excited we got to see that. On top of learning about all of these new artists and everything that Chase Contemporary has to offer. Honestly, if you want to, you should come by. I know that Josh and everyone else here would love to take you on a tour and help you discover what you like when it comes to art. Don't forget Chase Contemporary. They are at 415 and 413 West Broadway down here in Soho. And until the next episode next week, be sure to like this, subscribe, share it with a friend, show some love and support, and let me know also in the comments, where's your favorite gallery? Who's your favorite artist? All things, because I really want to keep learning more. Bye guys. Don't come to New York if you like silence.
I got that.
Good. I think we are a blooper.